Hello, everybody. We are so excited to be in BizTown today, and we're so happy that you guys came for this amazing announcement we're going to make. So I'm going to kick everything off. My name is Patrice Matamoros. I'm the Regional President for Junior Achievement of Western PA, which represents over 56 counties. We also represent Northern West Virginia. But this afternoon, we invited you here to our Experiential Learning Center, which is BizTown, which I know you heard a little bit about it before. 8,000 students a year come here to learn about 130 different jobs. They actually manage money, they take out loans, they get paid throughout the course of the day, and they really see what it is to be part of a workforce. So it's a really valuable exercise for kids 4th to 6th grade. And we just want to thank Governor Josh Shapiro and Secretaries Rick Seiger, Nancy Walker, Darren Kelly, John Galuska, and Greg Bernarding, and the many corporate volunteers and the many corporate partners that we have today, as well as community members who all come together to make a really great resource for our community. At Junior Achievement of Western PA, we prepare students for real careers, and not just one path, but many paths. 4 years ago, with the support of the Department of Community and Economic Development, we launched a manufacturing-focused initiative with local employers and educators, including our partners at Western Area Career and Technology Center. As we listened to employers, we've heard some of the challenges. One message that came through very, very clearly to us was the fact that too many students, parents, and even teachers did not know what advanced manufacturing careers were or didn't understand what those jobs were. So a lot of them pictured dirty facilities, loud, noisy, smelly. Students didn't even realize that manufacturing occurred in Pennsylvania. They thought manufacturing happened in other states or other places. So we adjusted our approach. We learned that career exposure needs to start really early. So we started in BizTown, and we created a hands-on, immersive opportunity for kids to really get in and understand what type of jobs are available. As a result, we've integrated advanced manufacturing into JA BizTown. We've expanded virtual career exploration through JA Inspire, and are building a VR lending headset technology that the kids can literally try on the careers in manufacturing. And thanks to this great grant, which we are here to talk about today, we're going to be launching a career train in the fall of 2026. We're going to take students directly into manufacturing facilities so that they can see what opportunities there are firsthand. So we are so grateful to Governor Josh Shapiro and the administration. We are recognizing that they really do want to build a strong workforce, and they're enabling organizations like us to do so. So they make concrete investments that support our initiatives, and we're very, very thankful, and we are proud to be one of the only organizations in Pennsylvania offering this kind of comprehensive experiential career exploration in advanced manufacturing and the trades. So with that, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce you to Governor Josh Shapiro.
Thank you. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Patrice. And this place is amazing. I mean, I read about it, I learned about it, and I'm just so grateful for the chance to be here today, to see it with my own eyes, and to get the chance I had just a few moments ago, and I'm sorry we made you wait, but I had the chance to talk to some of these young people who've either been through this initiative or other workforce initiatives, and it's inspiring to hear them talk about their futures. And I think we have a fundamental responsibility, and Patrice, you're living this every day, to make sure that every single young person here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania has the freedom to chart their own course, the opportunity to succeed. And it's on us to show them different opportunities, to give them a chance. And BizTown is an example of a place that gives them a chance. And so we're grateful for your leadership. We're excited for the future of what this place has in store for even more students. And thanks for welcoming us here today. We appreciate it. And I want to say to all the people who work with you here, to all the people who educate our young folks and show them what is out there, I want to thank all of you for doing that really, really meaningful work. You're going to hear from Grace and Elena in just a few minutes. They're awesome, and they're excited and exciting people who are showing us the way, and so I'm excited for you to hear from them. I got to say a special thanks to Greg Bernarding, who was, you're moving around, yeah. There you go. Greg is the wonderful leader of the Pittsburgh area building trades, and he is someone who understands not just the importance of putting people to work today, but making sure we've got a pipeline of workers who can continue to build our city and our Commonwealth and our country tomorrow. And I want you to just take note of the fact that we are here in a place of learning, a place of education, together with the head of the building trades. That kind of relationship does not exist everywhere. This is a model of what we need more of all across this Commonwealth and this country. And Greg is leading by example. We really appreciate that very, very much. And you've got another brother in leadership with our unions, our new leader of the Allegheny Fayette Labor Council. John, I want to congratulate you, not just on your election, but on assuming this important position. Obviously, you're a leader in AFSCME, but you now have the perch to focus on all of the different trades and all the different unions, and we look forward to continuing to work with you as you succeed Darren Kelly in the important work that he did. So good luck to you. And again, just to put an exclamation point on the point I made a moment ago, our places of education, our workforce generators are all here together working in common purpose. That's a big deal for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So we thank both of you for being here. And I am joined by two leaders of my administration who do great work in this space every day. Secretary Nancy Walker from the Department of Labor and Industry, and Secretary Rick Seiger from the Department of Community and Economic Development. Again, an example of how we understand that if you're going to create jobs and economic opportunity, which is Secretary Seiger's job at DCD, the most important thing is the workforce, which is Secretary Walker's job at L&I. So I hope you see how we understand the importance of bringing all these pieces together, getting people to work together in order to create jobs and grow our economy. I would note for the record that Pennsylvania has the only growing economy in the northeastern part of the United States. A huge reason for that is because of our extraordinary workforce, particularly in the trades. And so we're very, very proud of not just the work they're doing every day in the communities, but the work that these young people are going to be doing in the communities tomorrow and the day after and the day after. I want to talk about JA because for nearly 90 years, Junior Achievement has offered hands-on career training, financial literacy education, which, by the way, we now have a law in the Commonwealth that I signed to bring financial literacy into our classrooms, and workforce readiness prep to help students like Grace and others find jobs right here in Western Pennsylvania. And right here in Bridgeville and across 56 counties in Western Pennsylvania and Northern West Virginia, JA has created fun and engaging programs like this one right here at BizTown and Career Train to help students explore different careers in simulated real-world settings. I'm the father of 4 kids. I watch how our kids learn. They've all learned in different ways. Some of our kids are able to sit down in a nook and read a book and explore and experience learning that way. Others have to do things with their hands and get out and see and touch and do. Sometimes when my kids were little, I'd lay on the floor and make Lego cities with them, and other times we'd sit together and we'd draw and we'd write. Every kid learns differently, and we've got to make sure that all of these different avenues to learning are in their hands, and JA has done an amazing job of that. Why do I think this is important, to learn in different ways and to explore these different options? Because I fundamentally believe that there are a lot of different paths to success, and we need to treat each and every one of them with respect. I talked to some of the students here who happen to all be seniors, but I think as you're approaching high school and middle school and then getting into high school, We need to show young people in school that there are many different avenues to success. You want to go to college? That's great. We're going to help try and create a more affordable path for you. You want to go in the workforce? That is fantastic. And we want to show you the classes and the coursework in places like BizTown where you can get that experience to get right out in the workforce. And by the way, I think we also have a responsibility to do away with the stigma sometimes associated with pursuing that type of future career. I think that is an honorable career for people to choose. Sometimes young people want to go to the military. We want to salute that and respect that. The bottom line here is we've got to respect all pathways to success. And we, the policymakers, we, the funders, we have a responsibility to show students that all of those different avenues exist for them. That's why places like this are so important. That's why having partnerships with folks like John and Greg keeps moving out of the way. I don't know where he went. Now he's sitting over there, are really important. And to show that, again, we're going to respect all pathways to opportunity. I want to make sure that when students come through a JA program, they know as much about what it takes to become a carpenter or a welder or an electrician as they do becoming a doctor or a teacher. All of those skills we need in Pennsylvania, and all of them are critically important. You've backed that commitment with your Careers and Skills Trades initiative, which introduces students to careers in manufacturing, construction, and transportation, which I think is terrific. Back in 2022, the Commonwealth invested about $200,000 to help JA get this initiative started. Since that initiative started, JA has introduced over 24,000 students to the skilled trades through this initiative. Today, I wanted to come here to announce that we are doubling down on that investment. My administration, through Secretary Seiger's leadership and the Department of Community and Economic Development, today is here to announce that we are investing $3.3 million into 21 training centers and workforce development organizations across Pennsylvania to help train the skilled workforce we need for tomorrow to ensure our continued growth and success. And one of those organizations and of course, one of those organizations we're funding is Junior Achievement of Western Pennsylvania, investing $100,000 right now, right here, so Patrice and her team can expand their careers in skilled trades and engage another 6,500 students through that process. That is awesome. 6,500 more students getting the benefit of this type of education. 6,500 more students who are going to be able to find a passion and pursue a passion because we opened up their eyes to something new and different that they might not have otherwise found in their education. As I've said a few times here, and I'm sorry to say it again, but I really mean it. We respect all pathways to opportunity and success, and we've got to build out the infrastructure to ensure that those pathways are open to students. You know, on my very first day as your governor, literally the first action I took, actually that's not true, the first thing I took was to sign the oath so I could actually be governor. And then the next one I did was I signed an executive order doing away with the college degree requirement to work for a state government. It opened up about 65,000 jobs to people without a college degree. People who had wonderful skills, but maybe were being held back because of an arbitrary degree requirement. 3 years later, I'm proud to report to you that 60% of our hires over the last 3 years are people without a college degree. And we're seeing more and more people apply to work in our state government, to work for our state police and other state agencies because they're no longer being inhibited by arbitrary degree requirements. I'm proud of that. I'm also proud of the fact that today our Commonwealth invests 50% more in workforce development than the day I took office. That's an increase in real dollars of over $65 million just for workforce development. And we've enrolled more than 3,000 additional students to CTE programs in Pennsylvania under my administration's work. And in just 3 years, we've created 231 new pre-apprenticeship and registered apprenticeship programs. everything from dairy herd management to welding here in our Commonwealth. And get this, more than 39,000 Pennsylvanians have been enrolled in those apprenticeship and pre-apprenticeship programs. 39,000 young people getting this new opportunity. I think it's making a difference. It's creating opportunity, and I'm incredibly proud of our partners in this work. We've made this a priority to grow our workforce, to strengthen our workforce, and to create more avenues to opportunity in Pennsylvania. This makes good sense for the young people that you're going to hear from today. It makes good sense of the businesses today, and it helps me go out and attract businesses for tomorrow in our Commonwealth. And I'm going to continue to invest in places like BizTown, places like this that are going to grow our ranks and create opportunities for more young people. So I want to say thank you very much for your not only attention here today, but your important work in this space. We rely on all of you, our partners, to do this work, and I'm very grateful to each and every one of you. And now, it is my pleasure to bring Elena up to say a few words. She has an amazing story. I won't take it from her, but her pathway into being an electrician is really an exciting one. And so she has benefited from a great education, and she also benefited from a dad who needed help in the garage one day. And so it's my pleasure to bring up Elena to share a few words. Thank you all very much. Those are mine. I don't think you want to read that.
No.
Yeah. You can if you want.
I'm good. Here it is.
Those will be way better.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Elena, and I'm a senior at Peters Township High School. And I am a student at Western area, and I study electrical occupations. I grew up around trades, and my dad works in the industry, but it was my mom who was the one who was encouraged me to go to Western area, because she knew that I would be better learning hands-on than I would be in the classroom. That's what I exactly have been able to do there. And junior achievement has played a big role in preparing me for what comes next after school. They have taught me skills that go beyond the trade, like talking, job interviews, and more. With our mock interviews that they do there, they give us feedback that we got back really quickly, and it actually helped me a lot more than you would think. More of the skills that I needed talking and communicating than I do to get a job. And I wanted to thank the governor for investing in the programs that support the education and make opportunities like this possible for students. After I graduate, I plan on going straight to work. My goal is to build my career in electrical. I plan on wanting to work at data centers, somewhere close by, hopefully. And I'm ready to see what comes next afterwards. And now I would like to welcome Grace.
Good job. Good job. Well done.
Thank you very much. My name is Grace Reed Vensel, and I'm the founder and president of Lulu's Free Store, a charity that aims to provide warmth, hope, and dignity to individuals in poverty throughout Western Pennsylvania by means of providing free access to the material necessities of life. Lulu's began in 2022 when I was 16 years old, and Junior Achievement recognized my potential and has played a critical role in shaping both my leadership and the growth of Lulu's Free Store. Our partnership began in 2023 when I was honored to be named part of the second cohort of 18 under 18. I'm incredibly proud to be an alum. For the past 3 years, JA and Lulu's have worked together to create a pop-up shopping experience that allows young professionals at Western Area Career and Technology Center find their first interview outfit, ensuring every student can enter the workforce with confidence and dignity. These students are building essential skills and will form the foundation of our future economy. It has been an honor to have served more than 263 young professionals in the past 3 years. While continuing to grow Lulu's, I am a proud student at Washington and Jefferson College, studying philosophy, Spanish, and economics with hopes of pursuing law. I am excited to continue my advocacy on the front lines with Lulu's Free Store, as well as someday maybe in the courtroom. I'm deeply grateful to Governor Shapiro and to JA for the opportunity to speak today, and I congratulate everyone that's involved. Now, I am thrilled to introduce Greg Bernarding from the Pittsburgh Building Trades.
I'll hold it for you.
You want to?
Whatever you want.
Like an old man.
We'll hook it right here for you. How about
That's good. That's good. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. And, I was asked to speak here today at Junior Achievement. And I haven't heard Junior Achievement. I couldn't tell you the last time I heard Junior Achievement. And so needless to say, I was doing my homework last night online and reading about it. And there's some good things. And then arriving here today, just seeing what you guys do, it's amazing. And I made a couple of friends already, so a couple of friends, couple of connections, and you guys do a hell of a job. Good stuff. Good stuff. So again, my name's Greg Bernarding. I'm the business manager of the Pittsburgh Regional Building Trades. Just a little bit of info. We represent 19 different crafts, and we have 33 local unions within our jurisdiction. We have about 150,000 men and women, hardworking men and women in the building trades. That build your buildings in the city, buildings, bridges, you name it, we build it. But I would like to say thank you to Junior Achievement for having us and hosting us tonight. You're hearing a lot of talk about college and schools, and I know when I went to school, it was college, and that was a long time ago. And it seemed that that was the model. That's what everybody was doing. I didn't even know what an SAT was back then. I wanted to go out on a Friday night, and everybody was saying no. They had to study for an SAT. I had no idea what an SAT was. But anyhow, I did go to college. But anyhow, so like the governor, I've always believed that college isn't for everyone, but that shouldn't and doesn't mean fewer opportunities. What matters is that every young person in Pennsylvania has a real path to a good, family-sustaining career. That's exactly what programs like Junior Achievement Careers and Skilled Trades Initiative are doing. By exposing students to the building trades and other skilled careers in fields like advancing manufacturing, you're showing kids what's possible before they're told there's only one road to success. For the building trades, our apprentices are also part of that road. I'm going to work closer with this group, and hopefully we can get some apprentices into our trades here. But when you enter our apprenticeship programs, our apprentices get paid while they're going to school, while they're working in the field. They're earning their wages, going as a first-year apprentice, second, third year, fourth-year apprentice. Their wages raise as they complete work hours and school hours. While they're doing that, and they're making money and earning, paying back into the community, they're also employed and having family-sustaining jobs, not just minimum wage or whatever. These are family-sustaining salaries, really, plus benefits. To mention that, we have the top of the line health care, profit sharing, annuity, and pensions. So, I mean, pensions are a thing of the past anymore. No one has a pension. Everybody's going with this 401k. I read recently that young kids and people starting in the work field, they're not putting as much money in their 401ks as possible. They're spending their money. If they see something, they want it now. However, in the trades, every hour you work, there's funds going into your pension to fund the plan that where all your employees work collectively. So if you work a career 30 years, 35 years, with your profit sharing and your pension, you can retire with dignity there, and not just having to rely on Social Security. Who knows where that's going to be, but that's something that these kids can do, and they don't realize it. It needs to be taught to them. But anyhow, that's why we stand with Governor Shapiro and his administration today. This $3.5 million manufacturing PA training to career investment, including $100,000 for junior achievement, shows a real commitment to building the workforce, not just talking about it. We always work closely with Governor Shapiro, Secretary Siger, and Secretary Walker, these guys here. And what sets this administration apart is not only do they listen, they hear us. They hear what we ask, what we tell them, and what our points of view are, and they listen and they act. So since taking office, Governor Shapiro and his administration have invested more than $15 million through MTTC grants, and they've boosted funding for VOTEC, CTE, and apprenticeships by nearly 50%. That's huge. These investments mean more to students discovering more careers in the trades, more workers are ready to step onto the job sites, and more businesses able to grow right here in Pennsylvania. Again, thanks to Junior Achievement, to DCED, Labor and Industry, and to Governor Shapiro for investing the time, talent, and resources into the people of this Commonwealth. Thank you. I don't know who I'm supposed to introduce.
I can just go. Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, thanks for paying me.
Thanks. Hey, I'm Rick Siger. I'm Secretary of Community and Economic Development, and I'm really thrilled to be here with the governor and this great team. A lot's been said, but I do want to add a couple quick things. One, I want to recognize someone from our team who actually runs this thing, Gwen Ross, who leads our workforce initiative. Thank you, Gwen. She spearheads this program and a whole bunch of workforce programs at DCD, and also works with Secretary Walker and colleagues on kind of workforce strategy across the government. Thanks for making the trip and for the hard work. You know, this is really vital work. And through initiatives like JA BizTown, we like to think that we're going above and beyond for young people and businesses in this region to get folks off to a great start. This is work that provides opportunity for students of all backgrounds, opportunity for success, opportunity for a great career, and opportunity to achieve one's full potential. It gives students access to skills they need to find in-demand jobs with great wages and benefits. Jobs that will enable students to have a great home and a great family, to secure a livelihood through a meaningful career, or as the governor says, to chart their own course. This is work that makes people's lives better, and it unlocks growth and success for businesses too. Let me be more specific about that. You know, as the governor and I work every day with our team to make Pennsylvania as competitive as possible to attract and retain business here, the number one factor businesses need when they're making a location decision is great people. It's a workforce. Think about it. No company is interested in creating jobs in an area where you can't find people to take the jobs. So we've got to stay ahead by building this pipeline. And that's where programs like the Manufacturing Training to Career, or MTTC, we love acronyms, program comes in. These grants support that goal by funding innovative short-term training models that quickly prepare people for in-demand manufacturing careers, and in this case, provide great exposure to those careers for young people. The program's critical because it helps employers address immediate workforce shortages, but also gives Pennsylvanians, again, access to seeing what that future career might be. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say this is really a core part of our plan. The governor led and developed a 10-year economic development strategy for Pennsylvania, and this is a key part of implementation. As you heard him say, Pennsylvania is the only growing economy in the Northeast, and I think that grants like this are really important to move that strategy forward, which focuses on important industries like manufacturing, invests in people, and provides real economic results for Pennsylvania. I couldn't be more excited and proud to stand beside the governor to announce this $3.3 million grant all across Pennsylvania through this important program. It's another critical step in helping our workers and businesses get ahead. Because after all, when our workers succeed, when our businesses succeed, Pennsylvania succeeds. That's our job at DCD, and one we take very seriously. Proud to be with you today. Congratulations to Junior Achievement. Last point. Economic development is a team sport. You cannot do this work without great partners. Many of those partners are in this room. One of the most important partners we have at DCD are our colleagues at the Department of Labor and Industry, led by Secretary Nancy Walker. So, Secretary, take it away. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to be back at BizTown, though I have to say the feeling is a little different when you don't have young people walking around taking advantage of all these things. Always great to be with the governor and Secretary Sager. And John and Greg, thank you so much for your leadership. You know, manufacturing and skilled trades have always been a cornerstone of Pennsylvania's economy, and making sure that we have the people to do the jobs now is important. But it's also really important that we are building a pipeline for the jobs of the future. And so many young people, as you've already heard said here today, to manufacturing and skilled trades, they just don't know what that looks like. And places like Junior Achievement are where you see how those jobs look. And the governor, since he began, he's really committed to giving people, as you've heard him say today, particularly young people, choices and opportunities. And getting exposed to manufacturing and skilled trades jobs at places like this is how students see what possibilities are out there. They get hands-on experience, they have immersive tools, they work with employers, they get to see what their futures might look like. It also, in the process, builds confidence. It gives them skills in communicating, teamwork, makes sure that they're learning financial literacy. You know, since taking office, Governor Shapiro has made workforce development a key component of his strategy in building Pennsylvania. And you've already heard us talk about apprentices. 200 new registered apprentices under the governor's leadership, 39,000 people participating. But they're not just numbers. These are individuals, and these are people who are learning industry-ready trades, getting credentials that are recognized across the country, and they're rolling into jobs with family-sustaining wages and benefits. Those aren't just good for the apprentices. Those are things that build families and build communities. These are numbers that matter. These are people that matter. These are programs that matter. They also, as you've heard, are good for employers and make sure that they have a trained, skilled workforce, a pipeline for workers that they need. It grows productivity, makes them competitive, and also helps them with retention. So thank you to Junior Achievement of Western Pennsylvania for all the work that you do. Thank you, Governor Shapiro and Secretary Sager, for your work. And thank you to everybody in here who is helping to ensure that opportunity is visible and tangible to the next generation of workers. So I am happy now for questions to turn it over to the governor.
Great job. All right. I was going to turn it over to Elena to answer the questions, but if we got any media questions? Anybody?
Governor, I know it's a little off topic, but how are we preparing for the weather that's coming?
I'll be out there with my shovel. Look, we're expecting snowfall all across this Commonwealth. I'm not going to be in the business of predicting the number of inches. I'm going to wait until I get the next PEMA report to maybe do that. But what I can tell you is our administration is taking this very, very seriously and working with all the different local governments, including here in Allegheny County. We are making sure that our state agencies are coordinating with one another, PEMA, the state police, PennDOT, and others, along with, again, the localities that are going to be dealing with this on the front lines. I am fully activating PEMA on Saturday morning, and we'll be all hands on deck with all of our personnel necessary there, including the need, if there is a need for a state declaration of emergency, we're prepared to issue that. We're also working closely with the PUC to ensure that should we have any power outages, that we're there and able to get people back online as quickly as possible. We'll be ready to respond. And as I said, I mean, I think you see it here with LNI and DCD working together. Our teams drill for this, we train for this, we do tabletop exercises for this, and so you'll have PennDOT, PSP, PEMA, all working closely together. We're prepared, and what my hope is that it's not a disruptive storm. The kids have a lot of light, fluffy snow to play in, and that they get to enjoy their weekend. We'll continue to monitor it and provide updates as we get closer and throughout the weekend. Anything else? Okay. Cool. Good. I'm getting thumbs up from you guys. That's good. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Thank you. You're awesome. Yeah, place is amazing.